Welcome to this episode of my Women Empowerment Wednesday show. My name is Jessica DSB. Enjoy this episode.
Happy Wednesday. It's Women Empowerment Wednesday. I'm super excited to be joining all of you today. Just make sure. Awesome. So for those that are just seeing me for the first time, oh my God, hold on. Oh, awesome. Yay, technology. I'll get it. So my name is Jessica. Who I am an entrepreneur. I am a 2-time Best International Selling author. I am the founder of the Women Empowerment Wednesday show. What is this show about? Over a year now, episode 49 today, a weekly Facebook Live where we have conversations that are empowering, inspiring, and touching with a special guest every single week. And not only to have these conversations with me and the special guest, but to bring upon a movement where we can bring those conversations in the lives of the people that you care about. So please, if you're live, type live, comment, share with us, share it with the people that you care and love. And also join my Facebook group. I am Women Empowerment by Jessica DSB. You'll have all the videos and incredible content that I post there every single week. So welcome for this beautiful Wednesday, Women Empowerment Wednesday. This week, I'm super excited to have a very, very special guest, Miss Carrington. Who is she? She's an award-winning talk show host, mental health advocate, recipient of the 2017 Top 100 Black Women to Watch in Canada. Woo! She's an author and as well as 2020 Black Best Canadian Social Media Influencer. I am so excited and grateful to have you with me today, Karen. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. It's such a blessing to be here. You're such a ball of energy, and I absolutely love everything you're about, Jessica. So I would not be anywhere else but here.
Oh, thank you so much. So just to give a bit of history, I have watched you for a good few years now. I will say like 2, 3, 4 years maybe, on your talk show in Toronto. And always love, like, you're gorgeous, look at you, and loved your energy and everything that you're doing. So I'm like excited that you're here with me today. So for those that are just seeing you for the first time or have been watching you, can you share a bit more about who you are?
Yeah, sure. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Karen Carrington. I am a talk show host, a mental health advocate. I am an author. I'm a certified personal development trainer. I'm a mother, a grandmother, a sister, and a friend.
Yes.
And my passion is bringing untold stories to the forefront. There are a lot of people that have a story. We all have a story, and they just need an outlet to share that story. So I'm very passionate about helping people boost their confidence by sharing their story. Jessica, I'm a firm believer that revealing is healing. So that's what I'm all about, sharing stories and, speaking and just empowering people, right? Just like you.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that.
I'm excited. Thank you. All about empowerment. If you're watching live, hi, Hareen. Welcome. So we're going to talk about an amazing topic. I know a lot of people that are going to be watching are going to be like, woo, confidence. Yes, confidence. Karen, why did you want to talk about that specific topic?
I really believe one of the secrets to success is confidence. And with the past 2 years that we've had, many of us have lacked confidence. Confidence comes from a place of certainty. And with the times being uncertain, we have lost confidence in maybe leaders, maybe you lost confidence in where your next check is coming, you've lost confidence in where the direction, politics is going, or you've lost confidence in yourself. You may have lost a job and you think, am I important? Am I worthy? Can I do this? Am I going to make it through these challenging times? So I really love that we're talking about this today, because I believe once there's confidence, anything is possible, but it starts from within, right?
Love it. So first question that comes to mind, how can people gain more confidence?
Yeah, that's a great question. How can we gain more confidence? I really believe confidence isn't necessarily something you have, but it's always something that you can create. It's created.
Yes.
So for those of you who may be thinking, I don't have it, you don't have to have it, create it. I always think about that person when you went to that party and you saw them walk in the room and they had so much assurance and the way they were walking with their body language. What did you think about them? Your first impression was, wow, they're confident. And it was really just based on their body language and how they carry themselves. That's easy. Even if you don't believe it, just your posture and sitting up straight and talking with clarity and conviction.
Yes.
Speaking with conviction means you believe it. So, Jessica, you have to believe it first to have the confidence. So if you don't believe you're worthy, if you don't believe you're going to find that partner, if you don't believe you're going to lose the weight, you're right, the confidence won't come. It starts with believing in yourself. That's it. It's that simple. Believing in yourself, not others believing in you, believing in yourself. However, I do believe in borrowed confidence.
Yes.
You can borrow it, like a loan. You can borrow it. You can borrow it. Jess, if I'm not feeling confident, I can call you this morning and say, Jess, girl, I don't know. I could borrow the confidence that you believe in me. But that has to be transferred and I have to then believe in myself. So I really believe the second key is having a circle of people that you can call and borrow it, not call them and need their approval or the acknowledgement, but borrow it and have those positive people in your life that say, you've got this. You've got this. And then you go and you get it.
Makes a huge difference. I always, one of the things I talk about is, my mentor, Mr. Barr Nelson, which is the one that you interviewed where I saw you for the first time. He believed in me before I could believe in myself.
Amen.
And that's when I started believing it because he believed it. It's wonderful. So again, who do you surround yourself with, right?
Exactly.
I want to say a few hellos. Hey, Marissa. Hello, Chantal. Irene says you build it by practicing it.
Yeah, it's practice.
Karen, hello. I'm here. Hello, beautiful ladies. You both look stunning. Karen is such this contagious energy bubble of light. Welcome, welcome. I'm so glad that you're all with us. We're talking about confidence, that we can borrow it. I love that.
Borrowed confidence. Yeah. And you have to be mindful of who you borrow it from.
Yes.
The next point I want to bring up, there's something of, it could be, in fact, contaminated. You could be borrowing, but it's tainted and contaminated. You have to be mindful who's speaking into your life. And the negative talk that we hear in our own heads or what people may be feeding us, we sometimes end up believing it. If you're in a toxic relationship, if you're in a circle of friends that want to bring you down, if you're in a toxic work environment, you're going to hear, in that marriage or that relationship that you're not good enough, or, you've made mistakes at work and you're on your third warning. Be mindful of what you listen to and what you take in. I mean, feedback is needed if you need to do some work, but just be mindful of what you're taking in, of what others are saying about you. Not, you can reject that. That's not me. You know, I'm worthy. So be very mindful of what you borrow and make sure it's not contaminated, right?
Love it. Do you have examples of how can somebody start that creation of believing in themselves?
You know, I'm a firm believer of, well, what we said about surrounding yourself, but also what comes out of your mouth. The words that come out of your mouth is the first way to create. And I'm a really firm believer in affirmations. So affirmations sometimes feel weird saying them. Some people don't believe in them, but they do feel weird because if your brain has been conditioned for so many years to be negative, when you start changing that dialogue in your vocabulary to positive, it is going to want to reject it. Right? So I'm a firm believer it is when you articulate something out loud and you voice it, words are powerful. Neuroscientists, you know, study shows that the brain starts to believe what it hears. So you have to recondition it.
Yes.
You start looking in the mirror, you look yourself dead in the eye, and you say over and over again in positive tense, in the present tense, I am worthy. I am lovable. I am enough. I am a queen. I am a boss. I am a great mother. Just keep on saying that over and over again until you have no choice but to believe it.
That's it. And to add what you said earlier, have that pose, right? That the shoulders straight, that Wonder Woman pose.
Yeah.
Right?
And then without the imposter syndrome, you know, where you're doing this and you're walking into spaces where you're like that. And then there's this voice that will try to stop you. Who are you to think that you're a lady boss walking in that room? You know, you just lost your job. You know that your husband just left you. You know that you just gained 20 pounds. Who are you? That's what the voice will say, the imposter syndrome, where it's going to try to, you know, bring you back. So that's another thing is when you start exuding confidence, be prepared for the resistance to come. Because you're acting as if believing you are is a skill set you need to be confident. But when you're acting as if, that's when the imposter syndrome comes in. This is all a show. You're acting. This is a lie. This is a facade. But reject that. You are meant to be. So I want people to be mindful of imposter syndrome that will always, always show up. And it's normal. It's normal to think that you don't belong in spaces. As soon as that thought comes in, reject it. I do belong and I'm here and I'm here to stay.
Ooh, that is so powerful. You just read my mind. I was going to ask, is that normal? Is it something that you've experienced or you've seen in your circle of that conversation, that common theme, that it's normal to have that imposter?
It is because, you know, sometimes we're not used to these successes that are coming our way, you know, especially if you're accustomed to have a scarcity mindset or a mindset of failure. When you do get that promotion, when you do get that big speaking engagement, or you do get that proposal from that guy, you start to think, do I deserve this? Will it last? How long will it last? Will the guy find out that I'm not really this confident woman? Will my boss find out that I don't really have that skill set? You are going to have those doubts. It's okay. Challenge them. Challenge them. That's a growth mindset when they come in. Start asking yourself, why do I feel this way? Where are these limiting beliefs coming from? Most likely it's from childhood. You know, when you weren't accepted by friends, when your parents didn't encourage you. You know, a lot of us didn't grow up with that love from both parents. You know, a lot of us had to teach it ourselves. And so, yeah, it's normal for that imposter syndrome to come, but it's totally doable to overcome it. Totally.
Thank you. Let me just read a few more comments. Marissa says practice makes perfect. Karen, yes, Kendra, amazing. Right back at you, my friend. Much love. Karen says mirror, mirror on the wall. Amen. Fire. I'm God's child and I incarnate its divine power and energy.
Amen.
Amen. So
Amen.
blessed.
Amen.
So
And yet, all those names that you're saying, I recognize them all, Karen and Kendra, and those are all really, really confident women that, everyone on your platform are really known to be confident. And what I love about your show and the community that you've built is that empowerment, that they empower each other, and that circle that you formed. I'm just really, really wanted to mention that that's a safe space for women to come and share, and not only have to show up when they're their best, but the space that you've created when they could show up when, they just need that empowerment. So that's what I love about this show.
Thank you. Thank you. And I love that you talked about borrowed confidence because, we all have these days when you wake up, you're like, oh, I don't feel like that confident Jess that I normally am. And then I can borrow that empowerment that I get from this amazing group of ladies. So thank you.
Yeah, you got it. And you know what? There's, I'm very, very spiritual. I'm a, child of God, and God is there waiting for you to borrow confidence. He has it in abundance waiting for you. Sometimes we try to find it in earthly places, and he's just watching you run around in circles looking for confidence. And you could lean on him when we are weak. He is strong. You can go to God and say, God, today I'm not feeling myself. I just ask you to give me the strength and the clarity that I need, and he'll be there. So sometimes we look for it in our friends, but he's a source, an unwavering source.
Great. Magical, important point. Yes. So we talked about, confidence. Who do you surround yourself with? Doing affirmations. Is there another thing that you can tell the viewers that are watching today that they can do to create that confidence?
Yeah, to make it easy, I always think of it as the 3 C's. The 3 C's. That would be clarity, commitment, and compassion. Once you have those 3 C's, you're good. So the first one's clarity. Get clear on what it is you want. If you're confused of the direction in your life, you're going to lack confidence because there's this fear, confusion, chaos. Get clear. Write down your goals. Have your vision board. When there's fog, there's a lack of confidence. So get clear of the purpose of your life. If you don't have a purpose, you're not going to have confidence, right? So that's the first C, is clarity. The second one is commitment. Once you have that clarity, stay committed to that goal. The clarity was, I want to lose this weight. I want to move to this new country. I want whatever it is you want, commit to it. Commit to it. Because we all have bad days and we slip. It's about getting back, right? Yeah. But when you completely fall off, you lose that confidence because you've lost trust in yourself. It's one thing to lose trust in others, but when you start losing trust in yourself, when you said you were going to stop drinking, you're going to stop smoking, you're going to stop seeing that guy, you're going to stop whatever it is, when you continue to fall back in that, you lose confidence. So the second one is commitment. Stay committed to it. And the third C is compassion. Compassion when you do fail. Have that compassion for yourself. Go easy on yourself. I made a mistake. I fell back. It's okay. I'm going to start again. Because when we start beating ourselves up and become a failure and whatnot, and we look at other people doing great things, and you're going to lose your confidence. So the 3 C's, we said clarity, commitment, compassion. Have those 3, You're good.
Love it, love it, love
I
it.
love you.
So I love you more. Karen says clarity, commitment, compassion. Irene says look in the mirror and tell yourself what you see and practice what you want to be. Exactly. Love it, ladies. Thank you. Keep sharing. So it brings me to your event. You have a special event. So share with us, please.
Yeah. There's a lot of exciting things going on. There was one event that I just finished speaking at, and that was Jack Canfield Breakthrough to Success event. That was this weekend. That was amazing. A 3-day conference where we were talking about confidence. That's what we were talking about. Right?
Congratulations.
And thank you so much. And I know you're a great fan of the success principles. Also, for those of you who don't know, Jack Canfield is author of Chicken Soup for the Soul, Success Principles. He was in The Secret. And so speaking on his stage, I needed confidence for that. Right. And I was a coach for the participants and teaching them confidence. And it was such a beautiful experience because there were participants from around the world. I got to speak to people from Nigeria, Philippines, Sweden, Italy, and be able to tap in what they were feeling during these challenging times, right? And I'm a firm believer that what's universal is personal. Even though what they weren't going through was my situation, there was one common theme. What's personal, right? And there was that ready to do better, the breakthrough to success. Everyone was ready, even though the last 2 years may have been challenging, we're ready. And so seeing those breakthroughs, I'm excited for another breakthrough, which is my masterclass that I'm doing on Tuesday, May 4th at 8 p.m. And that masterclass is a course that I developed along with my featured guest, Jeanette Deal, who is a director and was producer for shows for Netflix and for HDTV and for Food Network, for our own network, CTV, right? So I developed a course, she'll be the featured guest, and it's all about confidence on camera. And with the world going the way it is, everything is virtual, everything's online. And my motto is do not get left behind in the digital dust. You know, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're an aspiring business owner and you want to pivot and be able to be confident on camera, you know, I don't want that to be something that's holding them back because they have that potential. They just are missing that component of confidence on camera. So that masterclass is really jam-packed of hacks and tricks and tips on just how to get confidence, easy, basic, 1, 2, 3. Will you be perfect overnight? Hey, Jess, I don't know about you, girl, but do you remember some of the first videos that we've done? Like,
you read my mind. I'm like, a year ago when I started this show, confidence.
But how did you get it? You got it because you kept on showing up. That's what I love about you. You were doing it over again. What I love about you is you would say verbally, technical issues, don't worry, we've got it. We're going to carry on. But get out of your egos, guys. People don't care that much. It's not all about you. Oh, I'm scared what they're going to think of me. I'm scared what they're thinking. They're not thinking of you. Get over yourself. They just love you and want to hear what you want to share with your expertise. They don't want you to
don't want
it. They don't want that. Right? I love that you are just so organic, Jess. Look at our conversation. Right? That's where confidence comes from, is just showing up the way you do, showing up. So that masterclass will just teach confidence. So I'm so super excited to have that. And I really believe it's needed. You know, without being online, that's the direction it's going. Remember when things just started, we thought, oh, it'll go away. 2 weeks. It's here. So
it's here.
You need to get on camera. You need to get on camera.
And there's so many great things about the online because me living in Montreal, I wouldn't have access necessarily to your master class if you were doing it in person in Toronto, right? Or whatever, wherever you are in the world.
Right.
So there's so great advantages into all of this.
You're right. And you know what? I'm born and raised in Ottawa. I was so close to Montreal. J'aime Montréal. I just love everything about it. It's just, I really am due to visit. I love, just everything, the essence of Montreal. It's just a lot of energy. So you're right. We wouldn't have been able to do this. So there are some advantages, right? And so, and I can't even, like, maybe people are a bit nervous that, oh no, they'll see inside of my home. They'll see, there's so many hacks with virtual backgrounds, and there's so many things that you could do. So if those are the things that you're nervous about, or you don't have the best equipment or technology, no, you don't need a big studio, right? You just need exactly. So we'll be teaching all of that.
Yay! So you'll post everything in the comments for the information every week. I post the video in my Women Empowerment Facebook group, and in the comments you'll post everything there. Let me just read up. Karen says, "I'm taking notes, Jess." 3 with Karen's brain with the little bomb. 3 brains are better than 1. Yes, a lot of smiles, love. Irene says it's not about you, and then get out of your ego. Yes.
Boom.
Yes.
Boom. Boom. It really is. It really, really is. I remember I had a mentor back when I worked in corporate. I'll never, ever, ever forget what she said to me. Might have been a bit harsh, but I like direct. And she looked right at me. I was going on and on. I cared what people thought. I cared, I thought they were all staring at me. And she looked at me and she goes, "Girl, you're not that special." And I had that silent pause like we have right now. She goes, "You're not that special." And just, it stung. And I know what she meant, not me as a woman. She wasn't meaning that. Like, of course I'm special. I'm God's child, but not that special to the point where you think all eyes are on you. Right? And so that's where the ego comes in. Yes, of course you're special, but not that special where you're hiding your talents. You're not that everyone's like looking at you. Right? So, and it's biblical. Romans 12:16 says we each have a gift given by the grace of God, and you are to use them. That is a biblical truth. You are to use them. Be the woman that God has designed you to be. He's given you each a gift, whether it is modeling in science, an engineer, if it's teaching people real estate, teaching people, the latest lip gloss trend, whatever. Right. You each have a gift, and you are supposed to be showing it. And you are not only disservicing yourself, you are disservicing the world by not showing up who you are created to be.
Girl, this is about the 3rd or 4th time. This is how we're connected, that I have this thought, and you're actually verbalizing, because that's what I was thinking. Everybody was put a dream, a talent in their heart, because you have to accomplish it. We all are unique. That is our superpower. That's what I always say.
Amen. And show up. The world needs you. The world needs you. Right? Exactly. I love that. And I love you.
I love you. Karen says, those are words. Karen, I need you in my life. Thank you. Hello, Rosemary. Be the woman God has designed you to be. Yes. Yeah.
Don't let him down. Don't let yourself down, sure, but don't let him down.
He's watching you. So Karen, can you talk to me about your book?
Yeah.
Yes.
Where's my book? Where is my A Fresh Start.
Yes.
A fresh
Looks
start.
gorgeous.
Thank you. Thank you. This was written, this has my life story in there. It has the most embarrassing moments of my life, my biggest failures that I was scared to ever share. I realized, as I said in the beginning of the show, that revealing is healing. I needed to share, I needed to show up. So I put them all public, and I explained how I overcame. I wanted to put the tools in here of how I overcame those. This is a self-help workbook, and it has 111 affirmations in here.
Wow.
And it also has a free journal at the back. And there was actually, I want to read a part for you, if that's okay, Jessica.
Yes.
I want to read a part when I wasn't confident. There was a part in here where I talked about my lowest time and I lost confidence, okay?
Yes.
The anxiety that I dealt with from childhood continued throughout my life. Anxious thoughts of not feeling lovable, special, or wanted filled my head daily. They were depleting me. Negative thoughts of feeling like I wasn't important to anyone, that what I said didn't matter, and it caused me serious internal pain and anguish. I had thought my ideas weren't logical. I didn't think they were relevant, and I thought my comments didn't make grammatical sense. Every time I had a conversation with someone that required some kind of depth or intellect, the voices in my head would say, Karen, do you seriously think this person in front of you even is listening to you? Do you even think they understand what you're blabbing on and on about like a stammering damn fool? I mean, seriously, Karen, look at the expression on their face. They think you're dumb. They think you're uneducated. And honestly, Karen, you just don't make sense. And you know what? I would agree with the voice in my head saying, yeah, they're right. They think I'm an idiot. How do I even get out of this conversation? How do I escape and redeem myself as a worthy person? How do I convince people that I have something to say and that I make sense if I was just given the chance? My anxiety that I was diagnosed with continued to get worse. And I had to be perfect to feel normal, to feel whole. I needed the thumbs up or the high five or the way to go to feel like I belonged or like I fit in. I needed to hear, I love you, I appreciate you, you did a good job, and that I need you. And if I didn't have that approval, I would feel low about myself. And I wondered why I wasn't good enough. And I allowed these worries to consume me and dictate who I was as a person. I allowed people's actions towards me validate who I truly was. And if they made a joke about me, or if they ignored me, I got anxious. And I would feel like I was lesser than. I would feel stupid if I was ignored or if someone didn't reply back to me. I felt forgotten. It didn't matter what I thought of myself. It mattered what they thought of me or what I thought they thought of me. My perception was often a misunderstanding, an illusion. I often worried. I jumped to conclusions. And during this time in my life, this anxiety was my normal.
Woo! Wow. How is it? How does it make you feel to read that? Like, what's there for you right now?
Even reading my own book, it's my own. And reading it, it's like, it's a different person. But what I love about my book is the emotions it evokes. Because that person that I was reading about, who was the old me, I think I still get those heartbeats because I know there's other people out there feeling that. And when I read it, I often like going back to those places. They say, don't go back to the past. I'm a firm believer of looking back to see how far I've come.
Yes. Yes.
To see how far I've come. I see that broken person, you know? And it's really important to measure your success and to celebrate your wins and to say that this was me and this is people out there. And I know this needs to be shared. And I know some people may see me as confident. That was me. That was me. And I created confidence. I didn't have it. I created it.
Woo! Nothing else to say. This is like, wow, 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 wow. I want to celebrate you for being you and showing up and creating that confidence and now being that voice. Because like you're saying, there's so many women that are right there. If you're going to be watching this, borrow a little bit of that confidence today. I want to celebrate everything you're doing. I want to celebrate that we're here together and sharing that space that I'm deeply grateful for. And I want to respect your time. So we're going to have to close off very, very soon. I want to read the few quotes that I had picked for today's call. Self-confidence is a superpower. Once you start to believe in yourself, magic starts happening. Go create your magic. And the best way to gain self-confidence is do what you are afraid to do. And that is Shakti Sharma. And that's what we talked about today, right? Mm-hmm. That fear is always going to be there. You shared it as well, right?
Yeah.
I will let you close off. Before I let you close off, Karen, what is the best way people can follow you, connect with you?
You. You can follow me on Instagram. I'm very active there. It's at The Karen Carrington Show. You could subscribe to my website, which is www.karencarrington.com. I'm on all social media platforms. I welcome you to my tribe. Everyone's welcome. It's an inclusive space. So I just look forward to meeting everybody. Yeah.
I love it. And I know that I've been seeing you do a lot of empowerment with men, which I love. Do you want to share a tidbit about that?
Thank you. Because, thanks for saying that, because my men's series, I believe by empowering men, that also empowers women. When we understand men's traumas and men's pain and that they have vulnerabilities too, that empowers us. Knowledge is power. If you just allow them to have that space. So yes, I have a men's series and we go live tomorrow at 8 p.m. and they just have that space to say what they're hurting. And as women, we learn how we can show up better for our men, for our brothers, for our fathers, for our uncles, for our sons, right? Yeah.
Yes. Love it. Yeah. What would you like to close off with? What's on your heart that you want to share today?
Oh, I love that you asked that. I love this. I love this show. Oh my God, I love you. I'm going to close off with an affirmation from my book. There's 111. Yes. I'm going to choose number 63. I am courageous. I am supported. I am strong. I accept help. It's a sign of strength. I accept help. It's a sign of strength. So, yeah. So thank you for just accepting me into your world. I just love it. This girl time was amazing. This woman time. I'm just your energy. I'm going to just take it with me into the week and give it to other women who need it.
Yes.
So thank you for just being you. Thank you for always showing up. Thank you for having me. I love you. I love your viewers and I love everything you're doing. May God continue to bless you with abundance that you deserve.
Thank you. So much love for you. So much gratitude for all those beautiful minutes that I spent with you. And go follow Karen with everything that she's doing. Again, thank you all for being with us today. Happy Wednesday, and I'll see you next week.
Bye.
If you have enjoyed today's episode, please share with the people that you love and care about. Jessica DSB.